Just I didn't play it. Wait for it. Yeah. OG Fortnite. What's good? Where the boys at?
Very soon. Very soon.
That's right. Tonight, right?
That's right. That's
right. Where are Fortnite OG boys at from 2017? Where we at? I'm right here. Where you boys at? Let us know in the comments below. You know how long you been on the Fortnite for. You know, and you're never too old to leave the Fortnite train, as we believe.
That's right.
So
that's right. Anybody who claims that Fortnite is like a children's game probably should reevaluate themselves.
Oh, this is good. So I'm walking out tonight. I go home to grab my PS5 because I'm gonna go to Gilroy's tonight. A friend of ours for our little Fortnite thing tonight. And I'm walking out. I don't have the box for it, so I'm just walking out with my PS5 controller, like cords. And I'm like, this looks so weird. I know I look like a major gamer right now. I swear I'm not, but like I had to explain it and say it out loud. Like, oh, you know, Fortnite has this like thing map coming back. So like, I'm like when I say it out loud, nah, that ain't it.
Yeah, one of my friends texted me and he was like, yo, you got plans tonight? And I was like, yep, sorry, I already got plans. And I felt like elaborating for a second. I was like, I'll just elaborate this later, like what my plans are. Yeah. Like people just won't get it.
Yeah, exactly. Like then I end up giving too much of an explanation that's unneeded and so unnecessary. Yeah. Like, well, you know, in 2017 we all played this and like, you know, we just well, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah. We're gonna have a good time tonight though. So
dude, yeah, it's exciting.
Shout out the boys. Good. Shout out Mr. Bard. Shout out. I think maybe Davis might make an appearance tonight. Maybe.
I think so.
But
I think so.
The scientist, maybe even himself, the scientist.
Dude, honestly, give Fortnite credit. This could be a hot take, but that's how I start everything.
You always say that, dude. The number of times you said that, I shouldn't edit that.
Yeah, you should. I'm gonna stop saying it. I'm just gonna say all my takes now. Right. Fortnite might be the reason our friend group has held together for as long as it has.
That's one of the big factors, actually.
That is a factor.
And that sustaining the Roman Empire.
That's right. That's right. So who knows? Maybe this is the boost that it needs to resurrect our crew. We have not played in probably like a year. Legitimately.
No way.
I don't think
really?
I've played.
Yeah.
So I've been in my current place almost 8 months, 9 months, something like that. I don't think I've played a single time that I've been here. Maybe like once.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it hasn't been a year. It's probably been 6 months maybe. Bard and I played the other day. That was actually kind of fun.
Yeah, that was super random, but yeah.
Yeah.
Dang.
We were getting warmed up.
Yeah. Well, it's a big night ahead for all the boys. So
cheers.
Anyway.
I'm drinking a coffee at
are you serious?
6
I'm
6
drinking
PM.
a freaking Celsius because I'm freaking ready to get wild on the fort tonight. Get crunk, dude.
Yeah, that's why I got coffee
crunk.
going.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're ready to go, dude. We're ready to get freaking wired, dude. Going all freaking night, dude.
Yeah, I'm staying up all night.
All night long.
Could you imagine? Yeah. We jump to the Wild West and all of a sudden it's 4 a.m. Oh, frick. It's 4 a.m. here. The sun is coming up on the East Coast. Yeah.
I mean, that's the dream. That would be magical. Just
that is the dream.
Hee hee hee.
A lot of hee hee hee.
Yeah.
Nice.
So in the news recently, making headlines, Taylor Lautner. Did you hear about this?
I did not.
Our boy.
Is this related to Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Really?
Also, did you know he's married to Taylor Lautner?
Another Taylor? Yeah.
So we got triple Taylors going on here.
Yeah.
So this is actually really stupid. I just realized before we got on tonight was this headline is recent as of like a day ago, but I know headlines have been reading this for like the last week, but this is something that happened in July. So anyway, the reason it came up is because he was on Jimmy Fallon the other night and talked about it. Our freaking Taylor Lautner. And he did a freaking backflip at a Taylor Swift concert, the Eras Tour, back in July. She had like a few people come on stage, like friends of hers. But it's super weird because he's her ex. So anyway, he comes on stage and he's like, starts waving, but he doesn't really know what to do. So he just does like a double spring backflip or whatever. Dude, I got to show you this video actually. It's literally on. I should have had it pulled up ready to go, but I'll just cut this little part out here. Pretty funny. A little, definitely cringe though. So, what, dude? These freaking ads are crazy. Why is this ad blocker not working?
Dude, speaking of ad blocker, did you see what YouTube's doing? They're freaking cracking down on ad block usage, and they're about to start like making people pay for premium or whatever.
No way.
Bunch of BS. All right, go ahead.
All right, it takes a bit to get to like this part, but
I want to play you a music video. Premiere it tonight. Nobody has seen this. I can see you from Speak Now. My version.
That's you!
Oh, is that his wife?
no,
Who's that?
she's an actress.
Did not hear her. I don't even know either.
Here we go, it's game time.
There's someone else that's here who, Tay-Tay, do you want to come out? Come out here!
Tay-Tay, dude. That's bad.
That is bad. That is not it.
It's not. This is not good. Watch this. It's like, all right, cool. Sick.
It was actually kind of sick.
What was that?
Yeah, I think they want to say hi to you.
Hi.
It's just so random. It's so unnecessary. It's like, it's not like he's a gymnast. So, you know, it's like,
Well, apparently he actually is.
Oh,
so he
really?
studied martial arts and everything. Yeah. And he's actually kind of cool. He's actually like really good at. He's always done his own stunts apparently.
yeah.
So anyway, like, but like it was super random. And, like he wasn't told to do that. He just like did it.
Yeah.
And it just like I feel like it just kind of. Not this is not a dig at Taylor Lautner, but I feel like it just kind of sums up his life right now a little bit from I guess the public's view. It's like, you know, he's just like, what is Taylor Lautner doing these days?
Yeah. What is his...
It's like he walks out. It's like, well, just do a backflip. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, that was sick. All right, I'm out. Like that's just all he's doing. He's just appearing at events to
That's what I think.
Be like, yo, remember Shark Boy?
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
me.
That's what I think about for all these like actors and actresses from way back that boomed and then just kind of didn't do anything. It's like,
yeah, he was the one out of the Twilight crew that didn't, because Kristen Stewart and Robert Pattinson both went on to have pretty big careers.
Yeah, because I even think about that with I know it's different because they did so many movies, but like all the Harry Potter cast, like Tom Felton,
right,
just kind of vibing out.
Yeah,
it's like
I follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, but I guess
yeah, you just vibing
you
out.
put yourself in their shoes. Like, I wouldn't freaking do anything else. You might as well retire.
That's true. You literally spent your entire childhood on a movie.
Through childhood, because they were probably filming. What were they filming? The last movies when they were like in their early 20s, probably.
Yeah. Right. So like, I mean, that's like us with, I guess, like running, you know, but not even as much. You know, like after that, I'm like, all right, I'm done for a bit here. I don't, you know.
It's one of those things where I almost feel like, I don't know if you feel this way. Cringe might be the wrong term here, but I almost feel like cringe getting back into running, because it feels like, it almost feels like something I couldn't let go or something. Like, I'm never going to be as good as I was in college ever again.
Right. That's why it's like, I want to just do something else.
Yeah.
Like,
so
know?
whenever I get back into it, I always have this weird, like, I don't know. I'm not really sure. Cringe is the wrong term, but it's like, I'm never going to be at that level. So I'm not going to pretend like I am.
So what am I doing here?
Yes.
You know? Like, what am I trying to do?
Right. So
It's like I can run super hard. I could train super hard. Still not going to be as good as I
Yeah.
was.
and you could with
know.
longer distances, like I'm sure the marathon I could.
Sure.
But I'm like-
but I don't even have like much of an interest.
No,
to
I
do
don't
that
either.
myself,
I really
so.
don't either. Like we did that half. I think half is the most I'll go. Because even like Kroll, he's trying to do like a full, and he keeps trying to get people to do it. I'm like, dude, I'm just kind of not about it. Like a half is really
Yeah.
fun, and honestly, like I will say when we did the Nashville half in April, it was actually a really fun time. Like I didn't think I was gonna enjoy the race. I was like, oh, I'll train, and I trained for it. We all did, and I thought it was gonna be like run the race, cool, but like hang out for the weekend, see everybody. But the race was actually pretty fun. I was like, all right, I could see myself doing this again, but nothing beyond that, or like
Right.
I don't know. Yeah.
Right.
So
Yeah. And yeah. Well, not to get off topic.
no,
but,
please
you
go
know,
off topic.
No, like I'm gonna go back on topic. Is what I mean.
Oh, good. Yeah.
I was gonna ask a question. That's a fair question. Is Taylor Lautner the new? This is so dumb. Is he the new or just another one of what's our boy's name? What's his name from freaking One Direction?
Harry Styles.
No. Freaking,
Oh yeah. Liam. Was it?
his
Wait, who
name?
was it?
Liam.
Was it Liam?
No, wait.
I don't think.
Yeah, Liam. Yeah, Liam.
Liam Payne.
Right?
Liam Payne. Is that him?
Yeah, Liam Payne. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, jeez.
Is he just like Liam Payne, basically? Like, just shows up at events and kind of like tries to get people to reminisce the old days of him being a star.
I will literally never forget now the video of Liam Payne in that room with like 200 people. He has his shirt off.
Dude, that is so hard to watch.
That's like one of the
So hard to
cringiest
watch.
things I think I've ever seen. Where it's like
I don't want to bring in. I would say should we watch it on the podcast, but like, nah. Like, ugh.
he's like singing
hard
his
to watch.
their old music, not even his music, their old One Direction stuff.
Right.
He has his shirt off. Yeah, that's
Not a
real,
good look, Liam. Not a
real
good look.
uncomfortable.
Yes. All the best to our boys.
I googled Liam's name just to make sure it was him. Top stories: Liam Payne banned.
No. Oh, well, we lost Josh. After he was caught doing. We will never know. Or will we? Let's find out. Let's see if we can get him back. Wow, this is crazy. This is like the first time, like, been alone without Josh, It's kind of like, maybe I could just host the podcast now. Yeah. Yeah, I think I'll do that. Anyway, so welcome back, guys. Well, it looks like we have a guest on tonight. I'm excited to announce this guy's, he's up and coming in the tech world, trying to put his name out there. But he's up and coming, trying to hone his craft, hone his skills in the art of computer programming. So give a round of applause. Let's make sure we encourage this guy, and we'll get him on his way. Hopefully he's not here for too long. You know what I mean?
Well, what the frick?
He's back. I was just talking to the audience for the last 60 seconds about you.
Yeah, well, hopefully that maintained. I don't really know what happened there. My browser straight up just crashed, so they didn't want me talking about Liam Payne apparently.
Yeah, so what was he doing? I don't even. You said something he did in his car 6 months.
Yeah, he was he was going. I clicked on the link and then it literally crashed my browser. So let's see if it
Jesus.
crashes it again.
Maybe.
Liam Payne banned from driving for 6 months after he was caught doing 43 miles an hour in a 30. That's not even bad.
Bruh,
They act like this is some big.
Maybe he was in the UK.
He was going 13 miles over the speed limit, and he got banned from driving for 6 months. What? What am I missing here? Yeah, I don't know. That seems odd. But anyways, so he's doing well.
Oh, good for him. Good for him. We should. I wanted. What I did want to bring up was like, how do you think that conversation went with Taylor Swift and Taylor Lautner? Like, she calls him up. He's her ex. Hey, you want to come out to my show? I'm in town in Kansas City. I'm just thinking, like, dang, like, I feel like that's kind of like a big L on his part, you know? Like comes out to do a backflip for her. And she called him
Yeah.
Tay Tay. That's what I was gonna say. Tay
that
Tay.
is tough.
Like how,
That's real
dang,
tough.
Talk about freaking. Yeah. As soon as I heard that, I would just turn around and I wouldn't be walking out on the stage after someone called me Cammy or something. You know.
Yeah.
That's the equivalent.
Like what was the I'm curious what he even did on stage. He walked out. I'm here. Does the backflip, of course.
And then that was it.
And then what? Leaves?
I don't know what the purpose
You
of
know?
any of those people on stage served for Taylor Swift. But,
It's like, what's the point there?
it's just like, yo, like, remember Twilight? Yo, remember that movie? And that what's that freaking girl? What is that girl in? The other girl? I don't even know.
I
You don't
haven't seen her
recognize
ever. No, I don't know who
Oh.
that is.
Who is that? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, she's probably tagged in the post. Whatever. Who cares? I got a haircut a few weeks ago. I know this is like way overdue, but I put it in the notes. But I was just thinking about it. Like my haircut girl. She.
Does haircut girl have a name?
I don't want to oust her on the pod. But you know, she's cool. We grew up together. She cuts my hair and she does a great job. Anyway, I was just thinking about it. I was like, yo, like a haircut person like her who like cuts privately, like at her own like private place, like at her house, you know, like she becomes the inner, like the middle of like social circles. Like she often becomes like that person that everybody's going to talk to at some point in the same circles, because I like my family goes to get their haircut there, family friends go to get their haircut at her place. Like,
Oh, wow. That's
I
weird.
know, like, yeah, so I know like tons of people who go get her haircut there, and it's funny because I was like, well, I could make like a whole movie out of this. But like, she literally will have conversations with each one of these people one on one, whereas like, I'm not getting one on one time with, you know, whoever that wherever in my social circle, but she is. And I was thinking, you know, like how much someone like a person like her could like influence social circles and even like screw things up if she wanted to. Like she could
Oh,
like
yeah.
be the person spreading rumors about so and so, or like literally do anything. But I was thinking, you know, what if there was a new thing and going forward in the future with that, where like you could do hairdresser ads. So like you pay someone like her to basically input things naturally into conversations with certain people in your social circles. So like, say for example, there's like a guy who's like multi-millionaire, and I don't really have a very good like relationship with him, but I kind of know he gets his haircut at her place and he's kind of in the same vicinity. And then I could be like, oh, I'm going to pay the hairdresser like $50 to architecturally or creatively put into the conversation that she has with him next time he cuts his hair, that something about like my company and why he should do business with it or something. I don't know, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I was just thinking like, yeah, so it could be like, I don't know, this could be a new thing, and I think people should start considering it. If you're a hairdresser, you have a private practice, you should consider this for your clients.
It's funny because people use their barber as like a therapist in general. That's like the cliche.
Exactly. Yeah. Same
And
thing.
but it's funny because she is in the middle of like a lot of connected like I can go to my barber and vent to her and know it's not going to get to anybody because she doesn't cut anybody that I know. So it's not going to like leak information.
Right.
But if people don't know that, like, then that's totally valid.
Right.
Where you like bring that up, like, yeah. So
True.
yeah, and like here's an example. Here's actually a prime example about your advertisement idea. I just got my haircut. Everyone compliment me on my haircut. I just got my haircut, and I sit down, and it was just after. I mean, it was earlier this week, so just after Halloween, and so I sit down and I go, so her name's Brittany. She cuts my hair. She's cut my hair for like 5 years, and I know that she decorates her house like crazy for holidays. So I go, post Halloween, are your Christmas decorations up? And she tells me, oh, I just bought new lights for my house. I found this company called 1000bulbs.com or something.
Yeah.
And I like stuck in my head and I'm like, what if she just owns that company and she just decided to stick that?
Exactly.
It's like her own thing, or like a cousin, and she's just dropping these like, oh, I found this random company. And I was like, oh, interesting. Because now it's stuck in my head. I don't need to buy bulbs myself, but I'm like, if I did, I might subconsciously be like, oh, I need new bulbs too. I should just go to this company.
I mean,
so.
yeah, I mean, we all know like what's the best advertising. The best advertising will always be word of mouth. It's like coming from someone you know who has like you. It's way different than coming from an Instagram ad or whatever. So like that is the best like advertisement is literally someone saying hey to your face. Like so. This
Dude,
could be a real thing.
I think about this with like companies. I don't know if there's laws about this. So let's use Instagram, right? Let's say I'll use the example that I think of. There's this dude that I just started following. He's just an average guy, and he's trying to go against the trend of like the day in my lives. I'm sure you've seen those day in my life as a whatever, and it's some like insane life that nobody actually has, and there's it's like a fantasy, and you're like, I don't relate to this guy at all, but it's cool to see, but whatever. So this guy, his Instagram tag is Hub's Life. I don't really know what the meaning is behind that, but he does like day in my life as like an average guy working an average job, and he tries to like glorify the 9 to 5 situation.
Okay.
And so his like videos, it's literally him going to work, working in a cubicle, going to lunch, coming home, making dinner. It's like standard life. So he's trying to make it like trying to kick the trend of like these unrealistic day in the life, whatever. So anyways, I follow him. He's blown up. He has like 200K on Instagram already, which is decent. But in his videos, I don't know when you're like legally required to disclose that you're sponsored. I don't know if you have any thoughts on this. You know, when people like are clearly sponsored, they go like ad with Gillette or something, and they're like clearly sponsored by a company. Are they legally required to disclose that? Or could I technically be sponsored by somebody and I'm just like constantly bringing in like some brand that I use and they're paying me, but I'm not disclosing that I'm sponsored by them. Are you picking up what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Because like I wonder about that, because like, for example, this dude, he always drinks Miller Lite. That's like his thing. It's like part of his videos. He always does it. I subconsciously feel like I've been influenced by it, where like the last time I bought beer, I bought Miller Lite. And I was like, how much of that is like subtle advertising by this guy? But at the same time, are people legally allowed to just be sponsored and not disclose that stuff in social media? Or is there like a law that's like, if you're...
My guess is it just depends on the deal they make, with the company. But I would imagine definitely, because like I think that was the whole idea with like Bud Light and Post Malone, was he would just have Bud Light around, but he wouldn't like disclose it. It would just be around, which is like a better advertisement than disclosing it.
Right. Because then it feels forced versus like...
Right. And someone like him, who's just, if you think it, like if you see him and you're a big fan, you just see, he's just hanging out drinking Bud Light, no one said anything about it. You're just like, whoa, I should drink Bud Light too.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
That's like that's a really effective advertisement. I don't think you can always do it that way. It's like people aren't always going to notice it necessarily, but Bud Light, someone would. Yeah,
that's interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking about that the other day. Because I when I got home, I remember I bought like a 6-pack or something, and I came home and I was like, I have not drank Miller Lite in a long time. Why did I even buy this? And I was thinking about it, and I was like, oh frick, maybe this dude like legitimately subtly advertised that, and I was influenced, you could say. So well, I don't know.
Yes,
it's cool.
Probably. Yeah. But
that dude is interesting because he's clearly he's got close to 300K. He's clearly making money off Instagram, but he claims, because his whole shtick is like the 9 to 5 is a good thing, it provides stability. He claims he's never going to quit his 9 to 5, and I'm like, dude. If you have 300K on Instagram, he's probably making a pretty sizable amount just from Instagram. So if he holds to that, props to him, because he's just going to be raking in a lot of money. But I'm like, it would be super easy for you to quit your job, and I don't know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I saw some other person on Instagram recently, and I literally unfollowed them immediately after this. So I was like, why am I following this person? But this person has like 1.5 million followers, and I don't remember their name. Like, that's very relevant to me. I don't know. But they literally put up a post, and it was like them Oh, it's them in their car. So this person makes music. Some dude who makes music. He's got 1.5 million followers. I think it's more from like his videos that he makes of him like doing music. I don't know. Anyway, he posted a video of him in his car, like singing like along to his latest song, I guess. And like all the caption on the screen was like, I'm how like he's currently living out of his car and like have been really tough and all of this stuff. And I'm like, bro, what? Like, no. And I looked at the comments and they're like, dude, how is a lot of them were like people being sympathetic, which is I think people who I don't know what people are thinking. But then a lot of them were like, dude, you have 1.5 million followers. Why are you struggling financially right now? There's like, and it's true. It's like, but there's no reason, I don't think in today's day and age, maybe I'm wrong, but in today's day and age, if you have over 1 million people following you and who will listen to you and like your stuff and subscribe to you, there's no reason you should be in a financial situation living out of your car unless you voluntarily want to. I'm like, dude, what are you doing wrong, man? You have literally a whole market at your fingertips. I don't know. Then I unfollowed. I'm like, this guy's just being a freaking like trying to be victim or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm really curious with those because I saw this with like people who, let's say they blow up. Let's say in 2016, you blow up, you get 1 million followers, you have this successful thing going, you stop posting for like 2 years, you come back and you start posting again. Your engagement's going to be like incredibly low.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how the monetization works with that. Because like there was somebody who was I watching recently? Do you know Jesse Wellens? The dude, he was a YouTuber. He was big. Anyways, he's one of those guys that was like huge, stopped posting, and then like will post every once in a while. And I'm like, are you getting paid still? Or like, is it purely based on like your monthly channel performance that dictates, or like, I guess it's per video. So I guess it's all about engagement. It's like, if you aren't posting or making content, like you're not getting paid for anything. Right. So it's more of a consistency thing for those. But still, you have 1.5 million. There's no way you're homeless. Like,
I don't know.
You might be having some mental health like struggles. Sure. You're not having financial struggles. I can tell you that.
Yeah. And I mean, this dude's like latest posts were getting like at least 20,000 likes on them. Like real people commenting, and it's like, dude, you have engagement already. Like,
right?
You could literally put pictures up of your toes, dude. You would be good. Like,
nice. Yeah, he should.
Honestly, that's the move. When in doubt, post pics of your toes.
Post the toes.
That's right. That's what it is in today's day and age. Literally anybody today. Like, forget about being attractive or anything. If you got toes, you can make money.
Yeah.
In 2023.
Did we talk about this? The guy that. So you know how there's those AI photo generating sites now that like can generate AI photos?
We will get into that in a second.
Yeah. So we can get into it right now. Some guy was AI generating feet pics. And I guess he was using a consistent thing to like have some unique whatever. He was making $25,000 a month selling it on like what is the feet.
Oh yeah, Feet Finder or something.
Feet Finder, yeah. He was making 25 grand. It was a guy just, and I'm like, dude, bro, good for freaking you.
That is like playing the system. That is,
yeah.
That's like those memes where you see like, why can't like it's like a light bulb like shining light down here onto something that then takes the energy and plugs it back into the light to create the light. That's like what he just did.
Yeah, that's right.
That's great.
Yeah, dude, that's like the best. I'm like, take advantage of the system for like, something like that. That's so funny.
He's not doing anything. He just plugs the AI into the foot finder and makes money.
Dude, you know what you could do too? We'll rip on this for a bit. He could even get something if he was smart, like he could get something set up to where he could automatically take the chats from like the people buying it that are like, put them on like I don't freaking know what people ask for. Put them like on your
like a meme page,
like on your bed or something. I don't know. No, you know, people would be like, people who would buy that content would be like, can you do this other thing?
Yeah.
Could you do this?
Yeah.
he could straight up connect that chat to ChatGPT, or not ChatGPT, but whatever was generating the photos, and automatically
Talk.
create also talk,
Yeah.
but also
Like
automatically generate the new photo.
Yeah.
And then
so
it's
now
like,
we got ChatGPT as the mediator, I guess.
that's right. Yeah.
So then it tells the AI foot creator, the image creator,
Yeah.
to create that customization that the client said from Foot Finders. Yeah, it's
That's
just
right.
running 3 different parties, just running all by itself.
All AI. It's like a
This
self-sustaining
guy,
business.
every
It is.
freaking week, this guy just looks at his phone, just cashing in more. There's
Holy
nothing.
frick, 40 grand this
Like-
month?
And like literally did nothing.
yeah. Yeah.
Talk about passive income, dude.
There was somebody built actually a pretty cool site. It was something on that same concept where it was ChatGPT as the prompt, but then I could say generate me a marketing plan for like a new business. Imagine I'm in like an business school or something. And then you know how ChatGPT will be like, oh, you'd probably want these 10 steps.
Right.
Like you can ask it, it'll give like a generic, oh, you probably want these 10 steps. Whatever this program was doing is it would take the ChatGPT output and it would pump that back into ChatGPT and try and distill the answers down until you have like actionable steps.
Oh, wow.
So it would just generate itself until it had like this huge, like meaningful plan, I guess, or actionable like
Jeez.
plan. So it's like those
like-
things already exist. So
Like
you
putting
can,
an exponent on ChatGPT, kind of
Yeah,
like ChatGPT
exactly.
to the 10th or something.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Math, dude.
yeah, math. But yeah, dude, the AI space, it's pretty
So that'll be
the
my
opportunities.
That's our next thing we're going to do for our YouTube ads and Instagram ads. We're going to pitch how to make passive income, and it'll be like, yo, like make passive income. We'll show you how to do it. And it's actually the Foot Finder mixed with ChatGPT and AI image creator.
That's right.
And we just say, all right, guys, welcome to the conference. It's like a Zoom thing. It's like 50 dudes show up. What's up,
Yeah.
guys? We're going to need you guys to go ahead and create an account on footfinder.com. Like, wait, what? These are like serious
Don't
people.
worry,
Like,
we're getting into it a bit later. Just go ahead and do it.
just trust us on this. It's like a bunch of dudes in suits, like who showed up for like an interview. All right, guys. Yeah, you're gonna want to take a high res pic of your toes. We recommend, the iPhone 15 Pro if you can get it. If not, the 13 will work just fine. Just make sure it's on 4K if you're gonna do videos. It's like, and we do recommend doing at least one portrait at least once a week. So you'll want to put that in some good lighting in your house. Maybe use some natural sunlight. We want to get a nice frame, some nice depth focus on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, all right, anyway, for our next segment, we'll be talking about ChatGPT utilization with AI image creator. Wait, what?
Yeah. No, dude, I'm sure there's people doing buy my course crap like that, and
Dude.
it's all it is doing some kind of BS
So
with.
you need to figure out how to get all these to go together. Oh, what if imagine Zapier has like a way to do it?
Dude, I would
Who
not
knows?
put it past them. I'm sure they do.
Yeah. Yeah, or
But-
maybe you could just make them, just connect them, and we could figure this out together, and we got something
Yeah.
going. This would pay
Everything's
for the
an API.
podcast.
Everything's an API.
Oh, okay. What's that mean?
Yeah, that's what I do for work.
I know, but like, what does it stand for?
It's application program interface. It's basically it's how programmers access data from every system, basically.
Don't care.
Don't care. I don't care. No, what was I gonna say? Something with the AI generated stuff. Frick. Oh, did we talk about this? The guy that said he wanted to grow his Instagram to 100K followers and he used AI to do it. Did we talk about that on here?
No.
There's this dude. It's actually really cool. He was already creating content. He just wasn't big. So he already had like good camera setup, good microphones, whatever. But he was like, all right, I'm doing a 30-day series. I'm going to ask ChatGPT to generate me a 30-day plan to grow my Instagram to 100,000 followers using like AI as like the topic. And so he like made this huge thing. He was like, his basic prompt to ChatGPT was like, pretend you're my like virtual assistant, and you're like a business partner for me, and our goal is to grow our YouTube channel or our Instagram channel to 100,000 followers. He like did this huge script like leading up to it to like give as much information, and he like just did this whole thing. And then he had ChatGPT generate like the script for his videos, like how he should film them, the content that he should do. And he basically just followed the exact thing, filmed his channel or filmed it on his channel, and uploaded all the stuff. He did it for 30 days, and he had like, he grew to like 250K or something.
So wait, did the AI tell him what to say?
Yeah, he was like, generate me like a prompt, like a 30-day plan. And then for each of the days, he was like, all right, generate me a script on what you would want me to say and the tone of voice and how you'd want me to like film all this stuff. And it produced a bunch of stuff. And I'm sure he course corrected it because you can ask it to like regenerate prompts. But he showed it. He would like pull the script up after the video's done, and it was like all the stuff that he was talking about. And he grew his channel because he
That's crazy.
I mean, it was smart because he was like, AI is a hot topic, like give me topics within AI that I can talk about and like how people can apply it. So he was like bringing up real valid stuff. And obviously, like, you have to know how to edit, you have to know how to, like, you have to have good quality stuff. You can't just be some random dude. But
right,
he grew his channel.
He was
massively.
editing his videos, obviously.
Yeah.
So that's...
Yeah, but all the content was purely generated from ChatGPT, which is wild. But
dang, so like I could maybe like go to ChatGPT and be like, hey, make me an expert in music production content.
Yeah,
And...
I mean, you could probably do it. The thing that he did that was really cool was he fed a bunch of background information about himself before he prompted it.
Oh, okay.
He was like, here's my persona, basically. And he gave it the persona of like what he already was. And then he was like, from that, how would you do this? So
Dang.
you could absolutely do it. But, I also wonder with those kind of things, was this guy pumping like Instagram ads to try and promote his content, or what did that look like? I don't know.
Right Yeah. Huh, that's crazy. What, you don't even know this guy's name though?
I forget. I could look it up. I'm sure it made waves here.
Challenge
you hear this?
ChatGPT to become your social media agent and get 100,000 followers in 30 days. And on day 22, you did it.
Go girl to 100 real quick.
I gave ChatGPT all of the information about my brand so that when it's giving me ideas, it can tailor it to me. I didn't even make the first video yet. I texted my friends immediately. I texted them. I said, I'm about to blow up.
I'm all the way up. I like that.
The announcement video of Agent GPT, it got like 1 million views, 101 countries from all over the world. It just started to expand.
You did the Wayne Gretzky thing where you went where the puck is going, not where the puck is.
I'm going to build a business with AI, no employees, and we're going to try to get $100,000 of gross revenue in 30 days.
Wow.
Once we can prove to people that you can make 6 figures in a month using AI, I think that that's going to open a lot more doors, and we're going to see if it's possible.
Real fucking quick.
If anyone's going to pull it off, it's going to be you.
Thank you.
Dang, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But also, I can definitely tell this dude like really, really knows what he's doing. He also knows business. You can tell.
Yeah.
Like, this isn't just a stranger for sure, or a rando.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why it's like you see people do this stuff, and it's cool that they can do it, but like this guy clearly already had a setup.
Knowledge.
He already had a brand. He already had knowledge of these things. He already
Knowledge
had
is
business
power,
acumen. Knowledge.
Yeah.
So
At the end of the day, knowledge
it's
is
cool.
power.
It's cool that he did it, but for most people, like they can't really. They probably couldn't do that same thing just going from scratch. You also have to have a personality people already are like about, and a following. People like you're somebody worth following.
Yeah. I can also tell his videos are really well done.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Dude, I thought about this. Speaking of content, I don't know why. Oh, I know why. I was on YouTube the other day. I saw like a Casey Neistat video pop up, which is random because he doesn't post really anymore. And I was like, oh, dude, I want to go back and watch some of his like older videos that I used to watch way back in the day, because he was like the original vlog guy.
Yeah, you loved
and
him.
Yeah, it was all about him. But he was big on drones back when drones were like first coming out and popular. And I was like, oh, dude, this kind of makes me want to get a drone because they release like these really small DJI makes like the really small drones now, and I'm about to move in like a month, and I don't know why I thought about this, but my apartment's right next to the stadium, Empower Stadium, where the Broncos play, and I was like, I like low key kind of want to get a drone, but I wouldn't use it. But I was like, it would be inspiring to make content, because you have this like, I don't know, drone shots make everything look cool, but I was
Yeah, of
like,
course.
realistically, what am I gonna do with this?
Yeah.
But I had the thought. Anyways, there was nothing really there. I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of drones, there's this house down the street from my parents' house property, and they've always done. It's always been like sketchy over the last few years specifically, but apparently a week ago, last weekend, apparently there was wasn't there for this, but there was a party being thrown at this property, and the people that live there don't live there. It's like a house that someone owns, just owns it, but like no one, they just go there for whatever. And so they had this event that was attracting. It was called Sam. There was a sign for it, said Sam Hain's birthday. Do you know what that means, Sam Hain? So apparently that's code for like the devil or whatever or something. It was an actual,
Whoa.
like, I'm not kidding you. This was like a cult like celebration. It was like there was
Whoa.
death metal music like up until like 4 a.m. And like everybody attending this was like looked like they were in probably like a death metal band. Like scary looking people were attending this. This is down the street
Wow.
from my parents' house.
That is
My
crazy.
childhood home. And this is going on. And so basically I was informed about this a few days ago. And I guess my parents let the police know, and it turns out it's kind of convenient because 4 officers actually hunt on the property right next to it, and so they'll be like, now that it's getting colder out and the hunting season's around, they'll be like there a good bit, I guess, back and forth. So they'll do whatever they want to do, you know. But anyway, so that's going on, and so my idea was, hey, I was like, I need to get a DJ, like one of the small DJIs, and fly it over there next time they have one of their little birthday parties.
Oh, yeah. That would be
and-
crazy.
And I was also thinking, apparently I've heard my guess is they're probably doing some animal sacrifices over there too, you know? So what I'll probably do is I will put some flyers up, around town for, free death metal concert at some park, also plus, 10 animal sacrifices, give or take. And, get all these guys to show up and be like, yeah, I'll be like dressed in the part. I'll be like on stage, like playing some death metal probably too, and then I'll be like, yo, what's up, boys? And then also my brother actually had the idea that I start like saying like things to do to themselves, like self-harm. Like, all right, guys, because they would actually be into it, because like these guys, like that's their whole point of their cult is like death, I guess. So they start like, gets to the point where it's so much self-mutilation that they're just at the point they're just dead on like, well, I guess today's concert was a success.
That's crazy, though.
Yeah, just tell them,
Yeah.
well, mom and dad took care of them.
Yeah, don't worry. They're all dead.
I can just imagine them like walking like down the street. They see a flyer for one of these. Yo, guys, death metal and animal sacrifices. Yo, we gotta be there. Yo, Ryan, we gotta pull up to this.
Death metal concert, and we're going to be sacrificing kittens on the property. No way.
Count me in.
Count me in. Yeah.
When and where. Yeah, so
Yeah, that is crazy.
But like, it's crazy because like it's tough to make any like legal do anything legally right now, like, because it's like it's it's the person's property, so it's like they can't really investigate really much. And apparently laws have changed, especially in the last few years, where like even you can't even like to investigate something like that is really hard. Like even you can't get pulled over these days for like a taillight in Virginia anymore. Like they used to use that as reason to like, if they were suspicious, of anything, but you can't get pulled over for that anymore and all this stuff. So it's like tough to investigate even stuff like this. But Anyway, so I need to get a DJI. I'm going to do my own investigating. So
That's right.
So boys, if you listen to this podcast that are throwing your little ragers down the street, watch out because I'm coming for you. And trust me, you ain't gonna like it.
you ain't gonna like it.
Because I know you be listening to the Town Crowd podcast.
That's
too.
right. That's right.
They actually at their events, they're actually bumping the podcast. So,
Yeah.
and like I was saying about Christopher Nolan, I mean, with the Dark Knight, it's like, wait, what? They're just fans.
Like, dude, I love Interstellar. Hold on, let's listen to this bit. Yeah.
They're into death metal and animal sacrifices, but they're also randomly into the Town Crowd podcast.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Oh, dude, speaking of, what a great segue. I watched The Dark Knight again for the first time in probably 2 years last week. So good. That's all I got.
Yeah, that's
So
all.
good.
That's all you need to
That's all
say.
I
We
got.
get it. We
so
get it.
freaking good.
I get it.
Yeah. Oh man.
But so yeah, one thing I was on the topic of AI was this, and I know I sent you a few of these, but I just have to. The audience needs to see these. Oh wait.
Oh,
it's
is
on a
this stuff on Instagram?
Yeah.
I purposely don't open them so that I can get a live reaction.
Aha. So this is great. Plans we drew, money grew, despicable what they put me through. Bro, so this is a new trend. Like the AI creates these like classic just like kids animated cartoon characters and like just drips them out, like ices them out. And then it's always a quote of like, you know, how they were like down bad, you know, but they like grew from that and now they're just making, they got so much cash. So anyway, this is one great one. I love this one. Let me show you these other ones. My friend sent him a shout out, Doug Thompson, for introducing me to these new this new AI trend here because this is incredible. Here's another one. I thought I was the one, but she said you got a friend in me. He's got
Dude,
the freaking.
This reminds me of the video of him. It was like going around where he's like, it looks like he's blacked out. He's sitting down. It's like a POV camera. It pans to Woody, and he like daps him up. He does like the.
So didn't know you were chill like that.
You didn't know you were chill like that.
The guy who does those animations, I actually follow him on Instagram.
Yeah.
How he does them is really cool though. I think he actually like impersonates, does the movements himself. That's why it looks like it does in those animations. Yeah.
And then he just gets it to dub over it, or I guess like.
Yeah, and he does his own animated work on it after that.
Yeah.
But he's like actually doing the movements. That's why it looks more. It's actually kind of cool to watch.
Yeah.
But yeah. So anyway, that's one. Wait, let me get to the other ones here. I love you. You love me. Let's hop in this bag and get this money. Barney got the drip.
Oh my gosh. That's good.
And then
that's good.
Oh wait, okay, I did that. She was my princess till I found her in another man's castle.
He's got his phone. Look, he's got his phone set up.
What is it even? It's freaking just showing a mushroom.
It looks like Toad. It looks like he's on FaceTime with Toad or something.
I think they're like mushrooms. They can make him bigger, or maybe it is Toad.
Oh man.
She thought I was just another dog, but I'm the biggest in the city. Clifford raced her like lightning, but I still lost my McQueen. He's got literally the ice on his.
He's got grills.
Teeth, his grills. Yeah. She said she misses me. I told her bravo.
Yeah.
I'll show this in a second, but
yeah.
There was one I was missing.
That's
Dang, it was
so
really
freaking good. Oh, Heath Ledger.
Yeah, I know. There's a bunch of stuff in
Waldo,
here.
there it is.
Oh, that
scroll
one
up.
too. Oh yeah. Couldn't see me when I was broke. Now it's always where's Waldo.
Yeah.
There was one about it's probably best I didn't show it. Never mind. Moving on. But while I'm in the old bookmarks here, might as well just show this real quick too, just for our audience.
Deep breath for me. Tension in the lower lumbar. Deep breath for me. Okay, there's some tension in your neck. Oh yeah. Okay, breathing. A little closer for me. Deep breath. Deep breath. Oh, how are we feeling after that one? Okay, that's it right there. One. Oh yeah. A lot of tension in the neck.
Is this the porn network, or are these different people?
You're gonna feel this in your toes.
breath for me. 1.
Yep, right there. Deep breath. Hold still. Hold a lot of tension there. Deep breath. Oh yeah, dude, this is gonna be a big one. Deep breath.
Deep breath.
Great for me. Okay. Wow, that is crazy. Okay. Deep breath.
All right.
Yeah, that's so good, dude. I see those all the time.
Wait, what?
The actual
ones? Yeah,
chiropractors?
right.
I'm like, yo, what is this?
Yeah, it's like one of our followers, not one of our followers. He might follow
That's right.
the podcast.
Dr.
Racanelli.
That's him. Oh
Yeah.
man, that's solid.
I know, this is so good. Yeah, a little tension in the lower lumbar right there. I love the dude who just goes falling completely
Yeah,
back.
he flies over it.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
my
man.
chiropractor. That's Luke White, though. That's Luke
Yeah.
White and the Pointer Brothers, I think. By the way, who
I was gonna say the Pointer Brothers.
who are like, I discovered Luke White like a few weeks ago, super funny, and then all of a sudden the Pointer Brothers show up and they're hilarious. So out of nowhere, they're
Yeah.
like my new favorite like Instagram people.
I'm
video
surprised
people.
you haven't seen the Pointer Brothers earlier. Their stuff's been showing up on my feed for a while, and they're like, all their stuff is great. Like, yeah,
Yeah, Jeremy was
Yeah,
J.M.
they're-
Francis was the one who showed me them actually.
yeah,
It was the we definitely shouldn't get like just do an Irish goodbye, and get out of here
Yeah.
in 5 minutes. Yeah.
yeah,
So good, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was gonna say I'm throwing it back to the Dark Knight. I had another comment on the Dark Knight.
Oh, okay, go for it.
The you probably knew this, but the what do they call it when there's like an accident on set, but they keep rolling, or like a mistake,
Oh,
movie
goof?
mistake or something?
A
Yeah,
goof.
but they keep rolling and it ends up in the film.
Oh.
There's a
I don't
word
know.
for it. I forget, but when Heath Ledger's walking out of the hospital,
Yeah.
and he clicks the thing and blows it up, and at one point, so there's like a couple explosions happening, and then he clicks it again, and while it's exploding, it stops while he's still walking, and he stops and he turns around, and then he looks at his remote and he like taps it, and then it explodes again,
That was
and
real,
he like
yeah.
that actually mistakenly stopped exploding.
Right.
He clicked it a bunch of times. It legitimately started happening again, and he like actually got shocked by it when he like jumps and he keeps walking.
Yeah, I know. Is that
So,
crazy?
Like, it's
Yeah.
like watching it back and seeing that again, I'm like, oh, this is so cool.
Which makes
Like,
which kind of like confirms, I think, a little bit of what Matthew Blade was saying about that whole thing was like Heath Ledger was like having a great time on set. I think that's probably a good example of that. He just like went along with it and just like, I don't know, like
yeah,
like, whatever. Like, what the frick?
That's good. That's pretty good.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
no one told him to do that. It's just kept acting like that. One thing from that it might not have been the same day that they filmed this. It could have been, probably not, because that was a whole stunt. It was probably took a whole day to do. But when he's in the hospital room with Harvey Dent, there was a whole thing they did before. So like while they're getting the cameras ready to go and getting the lighting all set up, they're just in there. Like he's in the bed and Heath Ledger's standing there, and they're just kind of have to wait while people are getting the cameras ready to go, whatever it was. And they're just both in character, and like Heath Ledger's apparently like in the corner, like talking to himself, like in the Joker, like in character, and is like just mumbling to himself, like whatever. And then he like comes over and starts like doing something with Harvey Dent, or with whatever the actor's name is. Starts like kind of like what's the word, taunting him or something, I don't know, something. And what's the actor's name for Harvey Dent, just starts playing along with it, also starts doing it, and they start doing this whole back and forth thing, not even on camera, but they're in character. And then they never break character. I don't think they've never spoken to each other in real life before this, even. It was the first time meeting too, was on set. They didn't meet, they just went into character. And then at the end of filming that day, Heath Ledger comes up to, what's his name? I wish I knew his name.
I don't know. I can look it
And
up.
he literally says, "Now that's acting, my friend," or something like that.
Oh
or
yeah,
something.
that's cool.
And it was like,
I think Blade talked about that on either on the podcast.
I don't know if he
or
did talk about that one, but I know I read about that one.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dang,
yeah.
man, that's cool.
That's so
crazy. That's so cool. Like, you just, like that's like I feel like it's almost I don't know. This is a weird analogy for equivalent, but it's kind of like a pitcher and a catcher kind of working together or something. I don't know. One of those things
Yeah.
in like
Some
where you
type
just-
of duo.
Or no, you know what it's like? It's exactly like the Town Crier podcast duo. It's like those guys, who can just go work off of each other just so
That's right.
seamlessly, That's
When
what it
people
made
go,
me reminded
How
me
do
of.
they manufacture that chemistry?
Right.
And you go, I have
Right.
no idea,
Right, exactly. So yeah,
Yeah.
me, I'm Heath Ledger kind of, you're whatever his name is, kind of thing. It's
Aaron
whatever.
Eckhart. I just
Oh.
looked it up.
Oh, there we go. There we go. And you know what?
Yeah.
And I hate to say this, but like it does make me think like, man, now that we're both 28, like Heath Ledger was freaking 26 or 27 when he was doing that.
That's
Like,
crazy.
It just makes you think like, geez, like this dude was just like I know like you're I mean I don't know. It's just like, dang. Can you imagine?
Well,
like
I mean,
being-
but that is
That is
for
what he
those
was going
people-
for years, but like I don't know. He's like what he's accomplished at that point is so cool. I guess he might not have realized it at the time though, because they were filming it then.
Yeah,
How
but
successful that
he-
movie would be, but
he honestly is one of the
one of the greats.
best actors
Yeah.
in our lifetime. In our lifetime. Maybe not ever, but
Right.
like so it's it is tough to see that and be like, whoa, he was young, but he was like nobody has been able to do what he's done forever. It's like
Yeah.
think about that. He is the #1 superhero villain of all time,
Yeah.
which is insane to say.
Like,
that.
can you imagine, dude? Like, literally, just 2 years ago in our lifetime, being told, "Hey, you're gonna play the Joker on a Christopher
Yeah.
Nolan movie," like,
Yeah.
like the biggest villain in a Christopher Nolan movie. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like he's at that point. Christopher Nolan had already made The Prestige. He had already he made Batman Begins.
Batman Begins? That was the same year of it as Inception too, wasn't it?
No, Inception was down. It was 2010. This is
2010.
08.
Yeah, you're
This
right.
is
You're
08.
right.
So this is probably filmed in 07 though, because the release was, or I don't know. It was probably filmed around 07, late 07 maybe, because it came out 08, probably summer, July. I don't know, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It probably like Christopher Nolan wasn't as big at the time, but still like
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess it's just like looking back, you kind of look at it because we know what they created now in the future, but like back
Yeah.
then maybe they wasn't like so crazy, but because that was probably
What's-
his biggest role of all time.
Yeah.
Besides
What's-
like 500 Days of Summer, was it? No, 10 Things I Hate About You was like a
Who's-
breakout role maybe. For
Yeah.
him.
Who's 500 Days of Summer? Because that's a
That's
similar.
that's the other guy. That's freaking Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt. That's right.
And,
that's right.
Yeah, but 10
And,
Things I Hate About You though. You seen that?
Great movie. Oh yeah.
Just so good,
Yeah.
dude. His thing when he
Him-
comes out and
him
singing in the bleachers
Yeah, I
is
was
just
gonna say,
ridiculous.
yeah.
It's like,
Him
dude, come on,
singing
you
on the
can't,
bleachers.
you can't do this, bro.
You can't be
you
good at
can't-
singing,
you can't
too.
Be good at this. Like, bro, what are you doing, bro?
What are you doing, bro?
What you doing, bro? Like he's like he was like John David Washington, like
Yeah,
freaking
good
football guy, like played in
Yeah.
college football, I think.
College
and
football,
NFL? No, he was in
an
the NFL
actor.
for a little bit, like 3 years.
Yeah. Is,
And he's
is
an actor.
Denzel Washington's son?
Yeah.
He's a good-looking guy.
Like
It's
what?
like-
You can't, and he's like so
He's
good at like
in a-
does his own stunts too.
yeah.
like
was in a Christopher Nolan film. It's like,
yeah,
dude, stop.
stop. Oh, and he's in that new movie. I want to see that new movie. The
Yes,
creator.
the creator. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, that's actually probably coming out soon.
yeah.
That
it
might
should
already be out.
I feel like it's not, but I think it is coming out any day now.
Let's see. What's the release date on this? September 29th. It came out.
Oh, well, I don't know why I never heard anything about it. Maybe it wasn't.
Yeah. I saw a bunch of ads during like Oppenheimer, but I just haven't paid attention. There's not been any good movies that have come out.
Speaking of,
frick,
I don't
need
want to talk
go.
about Oppenheimer, but it is back in IMAX just for the week, this coming week, I think.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good.
If you didn't see it in IMAX yet, go see it. I haven't seen it in IMAX.
I was going to say, you haven't seen it in IMAX.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me on the Nolan topic is like imagine well obviously you can't imagine you're him. Imagine you're Nolan. You've just put out The Prestige. You've just put out Dark Knight. And your two next movies that are to come, Inception and Interstellar. That is just an unreal thought of like
That's crazy.
imagine because he probably thought to himself like, all right, I have these two massively successful films already.
Well, and Inception was in the works in early 2000s. I think John like his brother. No, what's his name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan was working on him. Was working
Yeah.
on Inception, I think. Maybe.
So imagine even thinking about that and being like, I'm gonna also release this next movie. Like, I hope this lives up to the same hype.
Yeah.
And then you put out Inception, and then you go, now I want to work on this Interstellar film. Like, I hope
Right.
this kind of has the same.
Right.
That is just so
insane.
crazy to me that you can even do that. It is
crazy.
unreal.
Yeah, exactly. There's a reason to this is actually I made a recent life decision, I think a lot based on Christopher Nolan's just his and I'm not saying he's the only one that does this by any means, but there's a reason like he's one of the greats I think it's because his approach to film in general. And I remember he said it, he's known for saying this, but he talked about in his early years, like when he was getting into film, and he talked about how he learned literally everything and did every single job around film. Like he's never been just the director. Like at a certain point he was he was a video guy. He was the microphone guy. At a certain point he was the whatever guy. Like he played every single role that it could possibly be on a film set. He did that and he got really good at it. Every single one. Like, so therefore he talks about when he's working as the director on set, he's able to therefore have the conversations with every single department in a way where they feel like he really understands them and knows and gets their job, instead of being like not understanding their job, be like, hey, I really need you to do this, but not completely understanding it. He gets it completely, and that's why he's so good to work with. And I think everything works so seamlessly on his set, on their movies, and they're so great, is because he gets every single part of it. And so because of that, I recently made a decision to buy a course and to actually, but for real, like actually get like become like an expert, or I'll probably just say a professional, become a professional at like audio engineering, mixing, and all of that. The whole technical side of music that I've always been like kind of afraid to like really get 100% into, because it's like the technical side and you can pay someone to do it. But I was like, you know what? Nah, because Christopher Nolan, you know, he said all that. I think I should like be good at every single part of the music side of things, whether that's, you know, I love the writing side and I can get pretty good at that, and I love doing that, but like I also want to get good at the technical side, which is the mixing part and all of that stuff. So anyway, just, you know, shout out Christopher Nolan for being a good influence on my life. So what up?
Sure. Yeah, what up? Follow-up question to that. Would you ever consider going and working in like a music studio around like professional engineers? Like, is that this course I'm doing is going to blast. It's kind of at your own pace, and the whole curriculum is awesome, and they give you like mentorship throughout the week, Q&As and everything. But it'll probably last me, I'll probably get through it in 9 months or a year or something. Anyway, so basically at the end of it, like you're guaranteed to, like if you actually, you know, do it, I'm sure, and put in the work, you will be good enough to like mix other people's music at a professional level. So like most people probably doing this course are people who just want to be like the audio engineer and they just want to mix people's music for a living. I'm getting into it because I want to mix my own music, really. That's it. Right. And honestly, I talked to them. They're like, honestly, you know, it's extra income if you do want to, you know, end up mixing other people's music. You can definitely make that. And they even part of the course, which is kind of cool, they literally help you with teach you client acquisition. They talk about like marketing as an engineer, how to do that, how to actually acquire clients, because this isn't like a college course, so it's different because the people teaching it are people in the industry who are actually doing that on a daily basis. So they actually teach you what it takes to actually make a living off of this, not just have the knowledge, you know. So yeah, that is something if I wanted to, you know, that this could lead to anything. I mean, just having this kind of expertise and this skill set could lead to so much, because it's one thing to just be a singer-songwriter, you know, and be able to produce your own track. That's one thing too, but like to also be able to be like, you know, not rely on other people all the time. And like, that's a huge thing, to be able to walk in a studio and just understand everything that everybody does is, I mean, this speaks volumes, you know, rather than just being like, oh, I got my song here, but I don't know, like, can you help me with it? Like, you know, you end up hiring it out. Dude, that's why, honestly,
which I am hiring it out right now. I'm not the expert yet, but down the road, that's the goal. So shout out my boy Adam.
That's why I always talk about that with with like Chelsea Cutler. I'll use it as a prime example, where people are always like, I don't get the why you like her music so much, because when she started, that's what she was doing. She was just self-producing everything. And I think up until a certain extent, she might even still, but she self-produced, I think, her first 2 or 3 albums, which is just wild because it's...
Well, produce could mean a few different things. I mean, self-produced as in she made the whole track herself and then probably mixed and mastered it with another producer. There's
potentially, but for a while she was doing it.
He says. No, I'm almost 100% sure that's what she did.
Yeah, but I think for a bit she was doing most of the stuff herself, and then I'm sure she was getting professional help to.
Well, no, eventually, like
it.
I think that's what happened. Like she probably was getting like the help she needed at the beginning, and she probably like over time being in the studio all the time, having success. Like she probably learned how to do it a lot herself. But at the same time,
it was the other way. She started doing it herself.
No. So there's 2 different. This is why I'm trying to be clear here. So like you can.
Yes.
I'm trying to be clear. So like producing your own song doesn't necessarily mean also producing the mix too, or creating the mix of the master. So like I produce my own song too, but there's also a producer who's going to help me mix it too. So it's like,
can you do both? Is that a thing?
So my goal is to be able to do both.
Got it. Okay.
So like the mixing, that's like the technical side of things. That's not the songwriting. That's like the technical side of the volumes things and the EQ and all of that stuff. Which I'm still doing an extent of. Like I'm still creating my own reverb and my own EQs. But then the person that mixes it will just do the overall more stuff.
Is there a world in which you could do both and you are releasing both? Like people starting out, for example, like you just go, I think this is kind of how it is. Here it is.
People do that.
Produce it. Yeah.
You don't have to mix it professionally. No.
Yeah.
Some people honestly just, I mean, it depends what you're doing. Like somebody who's like maybe like a singer-songwriter who's maybe just doing like some acoustic guitar and some drums and bass and like the simple stuff. You could probably do that on your own. You probably don't need to mix it. But when you're like really like doing like 70 different instrument tracks, like you really do have to have someone mix it, because it's what I'm actually experiencing myself right now, which is something I kind of experienced back in the day, but way more now than ever, is I've gotten to the point now where I have so many, I've really like, I feel like I've maxed out the sound space of the current track I've been doing, because now it's getting to the point where like some parts, some instruments you're not hearing as much of it. It's getting squeezed out. So I'm at the point where I've kind of maxed out the sound bubble space, where I need someone to actually, a mixing engineer, to come in and do all the technical stuff to make it so my sounds are going to be heard. Because that's the stuff where I can't, like, I don't have that ability, but that's not because I don't know how to create music. It's because I don't know the technical, like almost like the scientific side of the sounds of engineering
like
sounds.
It gets too busy and then stuff starts blowing itself out.
So then I have a professional come in and help me, and then they can make it sound great. So that's
got you.
So if that makes sense, that's the job of my sound engineer or producer, whatever you want to call it.
And that's what you're currently doing the course in.
And that's my course. What I'm doing is currently for that. So
yeah. That's cool.
It's like, it's more of like the stuff like I don't really care to do or to learn, not the most exciting stuff, I guess, but necessary. And it is exciting because then I will, to knowing that I can actually, they literally tell us, they're like, at the end of this, you literally will be able to like make your own song and make it like good enough to sound on the radio or Spotify, make it like, it'll sound like legitimately super professional. And so I'm like, that's super exciting. To know that I can do that all myself in my own room is a pretty cool thing. So
yeah, it's completely self-sustaining.
Yeah. Because you know how much money it costs sometimes to produce a song?
Frick ton. You pay by the hour.
Yeah. Some people like I could be paying $1,000 to produce like a song right now. It's crazy. A song I've already created, but to get it mixed and mastered properly and maybe add a little bit of ear candy in there, some tricks, is going to be like $1,000. And I'm not going to do that for a whole album.
Yeah. Dude, speaking of similar to music, speaking of this, am I crazy in saying this? We'll probably get canceled as soon as I open my mouth with this, but Taylor Swift re-recording all of her albums for like Taylor's version.
Yeah.
They sound exactly the same. Am I crazy in that?
They're not exactly the same.
I get that she has like, she's doing it because she wants it. She's taking back control of the stuff that she wasn't able to do when she was under all the label fiasco. Right. But like, I'm not a Taylor Swift fan, so that's probably it. But I'll listen to like Love Story, the original one, and then Love Story, Taylor's version. Mm-hmm. And there's like subtle differences, but not really. And so, like, I don't know. I get it, but I also don't at the same time. I'm like, you're re-recording every album to just be like, oh, it's my version. Like, I don't know. I don't, maybe I don't get it. Like, I understand why. I understand it's like, it's hers. It's not influenced by like the people that she was like kind of taking advantage of early on in her career in that way. But I don't know. I don't really get it.
I mean, you know, I can pretend like it's all. I could be wrong here. This is probably a really hot take, but I'm just gonna go with it. Like I know what I'm talking about. But I mean, she. I don't know. I think a little bit of it is like, oh, I'm releasing my own version. Yeah, but I think a lot of it is like, oh, I get 100% of the profits this time. Like,
that's
so,
kind of what.
like,
and honestly,
easy money.
Like, her fan base, they are probably buying these things and like supporting her for that reason.
She did a whole song deal with Target.
Yeah.
Target is releasing one of her specific songs only through Target or something. Like what? Yeah. It's so, like, big cash grab is what it is.
That's what I'm thinking. I'm like, do you need more money? You're already worth a freaking $1 billion.
All her producer, and she probably just had her producer go in and just like turn up the volume on the guitar level. Or like, all right, let's do a different snare. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because I remember I pulled it up when she first, or when I first started paying attention. I searched Love Story and Spotify. I see them both pop up, and I go, all right, listen to the first one. And I like listen to it for like 30 seconds. I go to the next one. It's like you can. Maybe there's more bass in the background slightly. And I'm like, well, come on. Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
It's stupid.
Like,
it's like,
it.
Oh, that,
I get it.
My version was the one with a little more, one more dB on the bass.
Right.
Like, oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. That creative control was stripped from me.
Yes.
It's like, yes.
I just couldn't feel it the same way in my heart.
Yeah. Yeah. That's crazy. I mean,
it's actually...
Go ahead.
No, I had a conversation with someone recently, kind of along the same lines, but like, they were asking me, they're like, why would a artist like redo a song, you know, way later, and they're like, they were asking like, you know, is it? I guess it would mean like it's better now, but I don't know. We got to the point where I was basically saying there's something cool about like, even like. If I create a song as I'm an early artist, like, yeah, let's say I have a super successful music career, I make a ton of money, I have every expert in the music industry around me, the greatest producer of all time, yeah, and I have all the best studio equipment at my disposal. Yes, and yeah, so like 20 years later, I could probably recreate every single song I made 20 years ago way better. Make like as far as quality goes, it would sound way better, sure. So like what Switchfoot just recently did with our version, so they had all those artists come in and redo Beautiful Letdown, do covers, but they also redid their versions. So like what they could do now. So like they redid all the songs from that album themselves. So if you listen to it, it's like the quality as far as like a production goes and like the mix and like the quality of it is incredible to hear. It is better, like as far as quality goes. At the same time, which one do I prefer to listen to? I'm going to listen to the original Beautiful Letdown recordings, because those are the ones that actually are nostalgic to me. That's what actually like those are the real songs to me. Like the new recordings are cool, but like that's not nostalgic. That's not where that's not like my heart's not in that music like it is where they had. And I think that's what's special about, like, that's why I think a lot of artists end up just not being able to create like music that connects with people anymore at a certain point, because it gets overproduced. And I think like that's something, the beauty of like people having to work with what they have, the limited resources they have, and having to figure out, that's where creativity comes in, when you don't have everything and you have to figure out how to make it sound amazing without all the best resources and whatever. And so anyway, I was just having this conversation with somebody, and I was like, and that's where we got to that kind of discussion, was like, there's like, there's something special about just like the original, you know, you'll sometimes never be able to, I don't know. Like,
no, I agree.
You know what I'm saying? that's just a thought. I don't know where I was going with that. It's just on that same subject of Taylor Swift's version. Switchfoot's new versions are really cool, and you should go listen to it. So
Yeah. That's why it's cool when people tour and they play all their old stuff. That's why it's like a nostalgic piece where it's like we haven't overproduced this. We're playing the one version that exists. One super cool. I don't know if I actually sent this to you. I probably should have. It was on Instagram. I saw a video of Coldplay on one of their tours. I don't know if they do this often, but they were about to play like Sky Full of Stars or Yellow or like one of their like token tracks. And he like paused the song and he was like, all right, this is the part of the show where I'm going to ask everybody to stop recording. Everyone put their phone in their pocket and we're going to play this song straight through. And we want everyone to experience it in the moment. Nobody filming, nobody doing anything. And I was like, that is freaking sick. Like, especially now.
It's really sad to like think how cool that is. Like hearing that right now, I think that is super cool, but it's kind of sad that I think that's super cool.
Yeah.
Like,
that's the fact that we have to say that.
Like
it's like
that. Like, to me, that actually sounds like it would probably give me chills, and I'd probably, like, if I was in that room, in that arena, and everybody was not on their phone, and everyone was in the moment of that song, that would actually probably give me chills. I'd be like, whoa, this is crazy. But, like, that was probably happening back in 2005 when I went to a concert. I didn't really go to concerts, but, like, even in 2007 was, like, my first concert. That was probably not happening much.
Think about the iPhone 2007,
iPhone was, like, 2007, so, like, yeah.
And that kind of sparked the whole, like, obviously phones had cameras before, but nobody was.
They're horrible.
You couldn't film anything.
I did film Hawk Nelson in 2007, 8. Actually, at a concert outside. It was pouring rain, and I filmed it on my Motorola slide up keyboard or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
So horrible.
Yeah, but that's cool. I was at the Millennium show here. When Millennium played, it's actually a historic show, which is cool. They played at Mile High Stadium in Power Field, and it was the largest sold out EDM show by a single artist ever. Like Millennium basically was like the headliner. It wasn't a festival,
right?
And he sold like 85,000 seats or something. It was crazy. But what was really cool, which I think has happened in stadiums, I just haven't been to stadium shows, is they give you those wristbands. Have you experienced this?
Mm-hmm.
They give you a wristband,
not like you did,
and it has like an LED on the top of it. And it syncs with whoever's controlling the lights, so they can control everybody's wristbands and show lights on them at the same time, which is really cool. Because then you get like the stadium phone flashlight effect, but they can control it. And so Coldplay was doing that for their show. They were like, we're gonna activate the wristbands, everyone's gonna have their lights going, and we're just gonna do the song without any phones. And I was like, that's freaking cool.
That's so sick.
I like that. I think I've never seen that wristband thing. I don't know when that started happening, but that's a really cool thing where it's like everybody's kind of part of the show. Everyone's got like the light aspect. Mm-hmm. So for stadium shows, it makes sense because you can see everything. So,
dang, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's almost time for Fortnite OG. So
that's right. Fortnite OG is ringing the bell.
Wait, should we?
I can hear it. Can you hear it?
Wait,
it's like Polar Express. He's ringing the bell, and only a few of them can hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, frick. That was good. I'm proud of myself for that one.
That was really good, actually. You should use that tonight.
Yeah.
Impress everybody with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got something. We'll go out on this. Wait. Frick. I'm spoiling it for myself. Gosh, I wish I had a freaking person in the booth, you know? All right, here we go.
Jamie.
Yeah, Jamie. So anyway, thanks for tuning in tonight, guys.
Yes.
This was episode number 20, I believe.
That's right.
This is the Fortnite OG episode. Aha. Yeah.
Hey.
You want to freestyle?
Yeah, you can freestyle it.
Fortnite 2023. Here we go. I'm going in now.
COVID-19.
You interrupted me, bro. That was pretty good. COVID-19. Wow. COVID-19 set in with the boys, but we getting on Fortnite to have some fun and to pretend like we ain't getting the disease. COVID-19. Oh, change up. Anyway.
Heck yeah. All right, well, thank y'all for tuning in to episode 20, the momentous episode 20. It's really
we will
21,
be
but,
of legal drinking age next.
That's right.
episode.
Very soon. Very soon.
I'm thinking
Thank
about
you guys for
changing our
tuning in.
bio. Oh, I'm thinking about changing our bio to episodes whenever we get around to it.
That's right. Episodes every. You never know.
Every
Episodes every. You never know when we might
you never
post.
know.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
Yeah.
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 Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in your dials.
Thank you guys for
your
tuning
radios.
in. AM Radio 1600.
Yeah. All right.
It is good to be back. It actually is. It's very good to be back. Hopefully, we'll be in a routine. I'll be moving in a month. The purple light will come with me,
Oh, that's exciting. All right.
but vibes are still high. So hopefully, we're back on a routine. I think schedules have calmed down. Maybe
Right.
we'll do like a turkey episode where we do like Thanksgiving.
Some of that Thanksgiving
know.
shiz. I don't know.
I don't know.
man. Yo, and if you're listening and you're like, yo, this is chill, I should tell my friends about it. You should tell your friends about it.
You should tell your friends about it.
Yeah, we're trying to grow the pod, I guess, always, never stop growing. So tell your friends, hey, listen to the TCP, and if you hate it, listen to the TCP, and if you like it, listen to the TCP. So yeah, and if you hate it, give us some hate in the comments.
That's right.
Engagement is engagement, is what we say here. So,
That's right.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Well,
and maybe we'll mess around and make some merch or something. So
yeah, hey,
knows?
maybe we'll freak around and make some like music and shit.
freak around. Yeah,
You know? Some TCP music.
That's right. Yeah.
Aha. Yeah. All right.
TCP Studios.
Or Polar Ink Studios.
Polar Ink Studios. Oh, yo, that's true.
Polar
That's
Studios.
true.
So speaking of Polar Express, Polar.
Studios.
Anyway,
Wow.
crazy. Well, I guess I'll see you. I'll see you at Tilted Towers probably.
I
in a
will
bit.
see you in freaking Pleasant Park. So
I'll see you in that pleasant park.
yeah,
I'll give you a pleasant time in the park
that's right.
with my
Sweet.
golden scar. So,
Golden scar, purple sky.
perps.
All right, big night ahead of us. Thank you guys for listening. We will catch you in the next episode.
All right. Peace.
Peace.